while acetaminophen blocks pain signals.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
How y'all
Morning.
doing? You doing all right?
Good.
That's good. That's good, everybody. Okay, got how many people online? Let's see. 22. So we close to the number. I'll wait a few more minutes, see if there's more people. Then we'll get started. This morning, what we're going to do, we're going to go over the syllabus. The syllabus is important for us to go over that and go through Canvas so that you can have an idea of how the class will be ran. Sometimes students will miss this first day and then they lost as to what I expect, what due dates or what this means, etc. So we'll go over the syllabus once in about 2 or 3 more minutes. So I got 24 people in. All right. Give about another minute. So let's see, I have Trung Lee, Alexis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Alexis Sims, Logan McCauley, that's right. William Knight, who else? What's this other name? Ebhi, what else? Let me move this out of the way. What's that? Ebhi. Keep moving. Madrota, and then I have somebody with one name, and Andrea, Aja, Antoine, Becky, Venable, somebody named Broomy, Bhoomi, Caleb Mo,Aux. I have Carlos Cruz, Cass Carolyn, keep jumping. Okay, wait a minute. No, Kaylin Ritter, my fault. Carlos Cruz, Kaylin Ritter, Krista, Bettis, Bedetsc, Colin Campbell, Diego, Dwayne, Peyton, Elisha, Sapp, Harrison, Passman, James Stringfellow, Mormon Soleil, Soleil, and Tronvo, and the last person is Yasmin McCray. All right, so we have 24 people. So let's kind of get started. What I'll do, I'll share my screen, and we'll kind of start with the syllabus. Let me get down here and share this. Okay, I'm in line. Share screen. I'm gonna share this screen. Okay. So I'll share the screen, and now this is a Canvas. All right. For our assignment, yours might look a little different, but basically the same. I have all these tabs here. But for your Canvas, everybody ready, right? For the Canvas, you have your home tab, you have the announcements, and I would want you to go through the announcements, class. Going through the announcements, you'll see the signing of the roll, and you also have that in the modules of Canvas. So this is normally the web page we would go to sign the roll. And then, you click here, or you could click here, either one, but it takes you to the main page here. And then you would click on 1923. All right. To sign the roll, it'll just take you past that step to this step. But before you sign the roll, you need to do your registration and then go to student utilities to sign the roll. And we'll kind of go over that in a little while for those who haven't done it yet, because this is how you sign the roll. And today's Tuesday, you have all day Tuesday to sign the roll from the morning till the evening to sign the roll. So we're gonna have class, but every Tuesday, we have class. You should just sign the roll. Go down and sign the roll. All right. So that's under announcements, but also under announcements, you'll see some other links, rules and regulations pertaining to the COVID virus. If you ever have to go on campus, there's some rules you have to follow, and you can read up on those rules and regulations. If you do get sick with COVID, you need to let the proper authorities know, the school know, and myself, so that we can kind of stay on track, keep you on track and whatnot. Important dates. There's just something that was sent to us with the different the ad dates, drop dates, graduation, I think application dates and whatnot. So those are some dates there. Safety tips. Normally when we're on campus, we have safety tips that you should follow, but still you can go over them. This one, you do get a copy of the Office 365, but downloading the copy is gonna ask you for your BRCC email. So you're gonna have to know your BRCC email account and your password. So you're gonna have to log in with that. So, but you can get a copy of it if you need it, because a lot of times if I give an assignment and I say turn it in Word, you should have the Word application through either from buying it previously or either going here and purchasing on the 365. All right. And again, look, you got sign roll again. So it pretty much is twice. And it's again, and then the academic calendar. Okay, the academic calendar is kind of similar to important dates, but the calendar gives you the holidays, breaks, like I say, add dates, start dates, end dates, etc. All right, so that's the announcements. Now, and most of you are here already. I gave you a link. I gave you a link in the modules to get to the Zoom lecture. But if you click on the Zoom, in the Zoom, I think it gives you options so that you can go back and watch previous videos of the lectures, and then you can find the next lecture to be watched, and you can click on it. All of them have the same ID number, so either one you choose, you'll be. If we live, you should be able to attend the lecture, right? This secure exam proctor, we use Proctorio, all right? So Proctorio, you would have to download it, download the Proctorio, go to, I think I have a link in Canvas. You would go to proctorio.com while in Canvas. Let's see, while in Canvas, yeah. And what happens is it will download the software, then it will ask you to add the extension to your Chrome browser. You have to use Chrome to take the test, all right? Proctorio is ran and set up through Canvas. And then once it does that, it'll tell you, okay, it's done. And then you will be able to go back and take a test. Some students run into issues sometime, and I think most times, because I know I have that issue too, I load it, But if I make changes or do some things, I have to reload it again before my Proctorio shows that it's installed. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. But all you would do, go back, reinstall it, and then use it. Some students may have you may have to reboot your computer so that it makes the change or whatnot. But anytime you have an issue with the Proctorio when you're about to take a test or for test taking, contact me, Mrs. Sylvester. Hey, such and such is happening, whatever, and I'll try to respond and tell you either uh, try re-downloading it, try rebooting it, or then we try to figure out what it is that's going on with your test taking. The grades, well, I don't know, you might have it too, but on mine, I can see everybody grades, what they submitted and whatnot and everything. So that's what that is. I could click on it and show you. I'll have my class roster. And then for each assignment that's there, I'm able to go in and look at it and see if anybody. So see here, see here, I only have, and I'll just go over it, Miss Krista Badest, who is this? The hard names. Marata, and Ritter. They look like the only, and a couple of more, White and Jonathan White and Kendall White. They went through and done the bonus work. Y'all go ahead on and do that. That's bonus work. So go ahead on and do those the bonus work. And it's kind of like going through a syllabus because this is some information you should know, so that you can go through the class in a much easier manner. All right. So just go through those things. And like I say, it's just general information. Give you bonus points so that hopefully you'll know what it is that the class I expect of you or whatnot. All right. So then people, a lot of times that allows people to communicate back and forth with one another. If you want to email somebody or do whatever, you'll be able to contact your class, coordinate and whatnot, if you had to and whatnot. The syllabus, okay, this is the syllabus. But before we get to the syllabus, I'm going to show you modules. Normally, this is where you can go to look at all things that are published. All right, if I publish it on mine, it show this green tab, this green line here, and these are all the things that are published. Here, signing the roll again. That's the link to go ahead and sign the roll. Class lecture, you don't need to go to Zoom. You can click here each time and get to it. But these three tabs here, this is office hours. Okay, 9 to 1. My office hours on Monday, 9 to 1 on Wednesdays. And then Tuesdays is in between my classes. So even right before our class, an hour, and then I have to cut it off a couple of minutes before so I could be in class on time. And then after class, I have 45 minutes in between that and then 15 minutes after. All right. And normally I use that time for like my class. If you have questions or something we need to go over, do whatever, I take that time to go over that. But on Mondays, you click on this link. Tuesdays, you click on this link. And during those times, I'll be available or should be available. And Wednesdays at this time. All right. Now, with my Zoom sessions, like I say, you go in on the Zooms. I normally hear you come in, and then I'll have my speaker on, and we could talk and do whatever, and we could try to accomplish or clear up something that you have, an issue with. Okay. But anytime you have an issue, though, you can email me. Like say if it's Friday, you're doing some work or something going on. Mr. Sylvester, this is so-and-so, such and such a class. This is going on. I need help with what it is I need to do. I normally would reach out, respond to you and let you know what's going on. All right. So this is the bonus stuff that I had for you to do. And like I say, all of this really This is just going through, reviewing information, clicking, hey, I viewed it, or either clicking on a one question answer. This here is just a sample program that I want you to look at and type in and execute, and we'll look at that eventually. So, and it's telling you to use Visual Studio to go in and do whatever. But you can download Visual Studio. I'll show you where you can either get the software. I have it on a link when you sign the role to download it, and then there is some how-to videos on how on creating a project. Okay. Um, Let me go back to modules. All right. So that's the bonus work, and we're gonna have bonuses for all the tests. I mean, all the tests. I'll give you chapter 1. Did you read it? Just simple as that. Participation points. Normally, everybody in my class get participation points because when I lecture, I'll call on somebody to answer something at random, and then so at the end of the semester, everybody get the bonus, get the participation points, which is not showing but 5% of your grade. So that's just an extra 5%. So you got a 5% on the bonus. So that's 5%. Got 5% on participation. So that's 10% going to your grade already. So if you participating and you're doing all your bonus work, so you got 90% left to make your A, right? So now you have your quizzes. Your quizzes is 10%. And what I'll do with quizzes, I'll announce a quiz, and then you'll take that quiz. All right. So I don't try to just throw something out there and say, oh, did you look at whatever? I normally would go over a chapter and then say, okay, I will post this quiz from this date to this date. So you are aware that there is a quiz. Now, if you miss class, now that's a different story, but you'd have to go to Canvas and look at the start date, end date. You notice here, I never even put a valid date in yet. So when I announce it and publish it, I would put the duration, in time of when it's due. All right. Programs, we'll look at this. I normally get my students to write code. All right. Even though this class touch a little on code, I do a little bit more with writing code and whatnot. Then we got other little assignments that you may have throughout the semester. All right. So these are some assignments that you'll do. Then we have our tests: test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 5, and test 6. All right. The final exam, and notice all the tests are proctored through Proctorio. All right. All and the final is proctored, all right, through Proctorio. All right. But then we'll have a practice test at the end of the semester. What I do normally the week before finals, I'll give you a week's time to review questions. All right. I'll post the questions in a sense in a quiz. And what it does, it'll randomly pull questions from a pool of questions, and you can take that. And I only give like 15 or 20 at a time, and you can take that test as many times as you want. All right. It'll give you your score, but not the answer to the questions. But you could always go back and review to figure out, well, hey, they asked this on this question. Let me go back and check and study to see what it is. All right. Because I was kind of doubtful. So we have a practice final, and then we have an assessment that we give you just to kind of see what all did you learn. Like we might give something dealing with an if statement or whatever to see if you kind of understand the logic. That's all it's for. It's nothing to hurt you. Okay. Anybody have any questions so far? And like I said, that's Canvas. All right. And that's where you would go to do assignments and whatnot. Okay. Now, another thing I want to point out is with role. With the role, this is the notes, and this notes is a PDF of the third edition of the book. And what happens is you can download it and save it. But that's where I would be lecturing from, those notes. We're in the fourth edition, but the book is the same, minus adding a few things in it or not, but it's, I mean, chapter for chapter, word for word, the exact same book. All right. So you can click here to get the notes, the same notes we're going to be going over for the lectures in the classroom. All right. Um, what I want to, syllabus. So that's the modules. So the syllabus. So the syllabus, you always can go here and go to the syllabus, or you can even go back to the to go to where, let's say, roll book. If I can click back on it, go to modules. If I click sign a roll, if I click on the SYL and I click on the 192.3, if you notice up here, this is the syllabus in PDF form and doc form. Now, if you look at this page, it has basically all the information that you'd probably find in the syllabus: the name of the course, the number of the course, the book of the course, what is the fifth edition, my phone, my name, title, and the department, my email address, links to Canvas, the signing of the roll, Lola, and BRCC, and then my office hours. Over on the left hand side, you will see the different degrees that we offer. Now, one degree I don't have up here, I think we have the AAS degree in cloud computing. I don't have that one up yet. But if you notice our AS degree in computer science, if you click on it, it's the PDF checklist, all right? So you'll be able to look at that checklist, print it out if you want to, fill it out if you want to, so that when you come to meet your advisor, you have something like, oh, well, I looked at this and matched it to my transcript, and this is what I have. So you'll have something where you can talk rather than, I think maybe, well, let's go back and forth to Lola. Now you'll have something already kind of printed out as to what it is you've taken and whatnot. Make it just a little bit quicker and a little bit easier to advise you. All right. So, and like I said, I went out of it. So I have that for each one of them. All right. So if we look at it, if anybody is transferring to LSU, so, and that's a key point. If you ever request advising from an instructor, make sure you give them your name, your L number, the degree that you're trying to attain, and whether or not you're planning on transferring and what institution you're planning on transferring to. Because there are some slight differences, all right? Sometimes LSU might require certain biology as to Southern might require another biology, and same thing with UL and Southeastern. Some of the electives might be a little different, so you got to let us know which school, if you are transferring, that you're transferring to. But if you just need the BRCC degree, let us know. I'm just trying to get the AS degree from BRCC, and we know what checklist to go with. All right. So, and here is Solo Learn. This is a little kind of like an online tutorial for learning C++ and well, it's almost any language. And you'd have to sign up, because I do have you going through some of the modules so that you can kind of learn a little bit about programming. All right. So that's one thing you're gonna have to go to. And then online GDB. Online GDB is an online C++ compiler. Now this compiler, it works somewhat similar to Visual Studio, where you have your compiler. You can choose, you can choose whichever compiler you're planning on using to move this down. All right. So I can choose C++, Java, Python, and then once that's set up, I choose C++. notice it kind of changed. So now I can take this out and I can write code for C++ and then I can run it. I give you a little quick example like, okay. This is a small program. Okay. And I'm gonna just put the, all right. So now you're looking at this and, oh, well, Ms. Vest, I don't know what that is. We'll go over that. This is a new line, tab, print this out, then new line. So if I run this, and it just should give me the output, see, skip a line, went to a new line, then tab, and then I'll put it, my text, which is in green, today is the first day of class, ... Then new line, but then this is from the compiler. All right, so that's this application. So you could use this to create your programs, or you could use the Visual Studio. Visual Studio will take up more resources of your computer and will take more clicks, I would say, to get to the particular stages you need to get to. But they both gonna do the exact same thing. All right. I want to leave it. Okay. So we go back here. Now, if you look here, this is just helpful notes. You can at times you can click on these notes and review these notes if you choose to. If you don't, hey, it's up to you. It don't matter, but it's still additional notes that you can use to understand what's going on in the class. These are some assignments that I normally would give, but all assignments I'm giving is normally on Canvas. If I choose to, I will tell you, okay, look at assignment number, whatever, on the website, whatever, and whatnot. But other than that, this is just helpful notes, right? Helpful notes, okay? And this is the signing of the role. You're gonna sign the role every Tuesday. Here's your how-to videos, all right? I got a YouTube list of, registering for class. Then once you register, sign in the role. And then creating a data file. That's further along in the class if we get so far. But then you got creating a C++ in Visual Studio. So when you download the Visual Studio, you can go here and you have a guide to creating your video for your Visual Studio file. Here, creating an online GDB file, which we just kind of went over, and as to how you create a online GDB file. So I try to give you all that you need on the websites, so you don't have to be trying to go all over the place to try to find out what is going on. All right. So that's the website. And now what I have here, I have streams from 2020, right? And I have other streams from the the fall. This is spring, really. And then I have the fall. But what I'll do here, I'll change this and start a new playlist for our class, right? But for now, I have this one. Once we've completed this class, then I'll create a playlist, upload it, and then you'll be, today is just the introduction, but then you'll be able to just go here and click and get the our course information, right? Our course lecture. Now, so let's go back to Canvas. So let's get to the syllabus, right? And we'll kind of got our way through the syllabus. All right. Any questions so far, class? Anybody with any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, concerns or whatever. All right, so let's click on the syllabus. I could have clicked on it on the SY. Let's see if it asks me to download it from here. I think it's still gonna ask me to download it. Oh no, it's come up. But this is the same thing. The other one asks me to download it, but you can still download it from this. Click download, you download it, and you have it on your computer. The only reason you download it is sometimes if your internet is down, or say my website down, but normally my website is pretty stable. I have it with a company somewhere, whatever. But you download it and put it on your computer, so what? You don't even have to go to the internet to look at the syllabus. So if we look at the syllabus, this course is CSCI 1923. It used to be called 192. All right. The course name is Introduction to Computers, Programming, Logic, and Design. All right. And this is the spring 2021 semester. All right. It is a 3-hour credit, which and it will be, equivalent to like 3-hour FaceTime. But we know we're doing almost like a hybrid lecture, and then you do the most work outside of the class time. All right. The course description, it introduces computers, systems, and the management of information in a business environment, as well as how to develop structured programming logic, all right, to beginner program, a beginning programmer. All right. It provides a comprehensive overview of the principles of programming, which may include concepts such as procedural logic, all right, programming concepts, and it enforces good style and logical thinking. So in this class, we're going to try to get you to, and this is the start of trying to look at a problem and trying to logically and efficiently think of a solution. All right. Because what you could come up, I could ask you to, and imagine we had BRCC. I could tell you, okay, I would want you to tell me how to get to Walmart, which is near the Mall of Acadiana. Not Acadiana, Mall of, not Mall of Louisiana, Cortana Mall, excuse me. So, which is Walmart near Cortana Mall, and you are to give me the instructions. Now, one person might have 25 different instructions as to turn here, turn there, turn over here, turn here, whatever. Whereas another person may try to logically think it through and give me the least amount of turns, which could be 5 different turns. Both will work, correct? But one is more efficient than the other. All right. So that's what we're going to try to, in going through this class, get you to understand and do. You want to try to solve an issue step by step by step by step, but you want to do it in a logical and an efficient manner. Right? And that's all computer science is. Because how many people have ever ran a program? Well, you're going to see it when you ran a program, it's like, oh, this program takes too long or whatever. Sometimes it's because there's too many instructions that it has to run. It's poorly written. But you have a program that's written in the more efficient manner, may do the same exact thing, but it runs in a more efficient and quicker way. All right. So we'll go over that as we go with the class. All right. So, and it tells you by this class, students will not be given credit for CSCI 1013 and 2203. All that's saying is, if you're in computer science, you do not want to take these classes and say, oh, well, I took those classes. Those are computer science classes. That should go toward my credit for computer science classes taken. No, they don't count toward courses in your curriculum, right? But they do count for other curriculum. Well, 101 doesn't, but 2203 does if you do the AAS and also the network certification. Right now, it tells us the suggested enrollment cap, and we know we got 25, 26 people or whatever in the class. So now it's telling us what we're going to be doing, applying critical thinking skills. Like I say, making sure you understand how to logically come to a solution and in a more efficient way, right? Utilize proper algorithms to construct programs. So we're going to go over how to write your algorithms, which is your programming code, all right, to solve an issue. All right, analyze programs to identify problems or potential improvements, with the testing which going to involve testing and debugging. So when you write a program, sometimes it may not run. So we're gonna have to go through it and what debug it, find out the problem, figure out what's going on, and then hopefully solve the problem. And when we go through this, we're going to understand that there's going to be syntax problems, which are problems that are in a sense grammatical, meaning you made a mistake with the typing of the statements. But then there are logical problems, whereas you don't have any errors. You're getting output, but the output you're getting is not correct. All right. I go give you an example back at the with the instructions to get from BRCC to Walmart. If you write down instructions and for one step I was supposed to take a left and you put down take a right, that could take me totally to a totally different place. So what? Your logic is there, but it just does not give me the right result, which means what? You have some type of logical error, right? You don't have a syntactical error, you have a logical error. All right. So, and also recall how structure, decision making concepts, and loopings are related to programming logic. And we'll look at that. And how we're going to assess you most of the time, you're going to have projects that you're going to have to do. All right. You're going to have to do assignments. All right. We may create flow charts, pseudocode, and even programs. All right. And then we're going to have other projects and we're going to also take tests. All right. So here's my information here. All right. My name is, in which I never gave you, is David L. Sylvester Sr. If we was on campus, this would be my office and the location, which would be the Mid-City campus. And this is my email, Sylvester D, SYLVESTERD at mybrcc.edu. This is our office phones, but I don't know if they're actually being used now because normally I would get audio recording sent to my email, but that hasn't happened in a while. All right. But like I said, you can always email me or either go to the Zoom, the office hour Zoom links on the proper times. All right. So, and I'm telling you here, although many issues may be solved by communicating through email, right? There may be time when a Zoom session is needed. So, I could understand that. Okay, listed below are the links and passwords for Zoom sessions. Now, I don't think you need the password, but it's there. But I'm thinking though, but I did put a password on it. Okay, it may be a good idea to confirm a Zoom meeting first. But normally I'll be there for my lecture. For my office hours. So if you look at here on Monday from 9 to 1, all right, this is the link. And this is like I say, a lot of times people may use their cell phone. So these are the numbers that you probably will call. All right. But you can still on your cell phone click on the link. If you have this page, and you can pull up this page on your phone, all you have to do is just tap on the link. 9 o'clock, on Tuesdays, this is the link, all right, and the other information. And on Wednesdays, this is the link and other information. So, additional course information. This is the CRN for the course, and this is the course ID and number, and this is the section 4. All right. Today's date is the course is we have our lectures from 10 to 11:15 on Tuesdays. All right. And you sign the roll anytime on Tuesdays. All right. And this is a Zoom session. All right. So it tells us you must register with the SYL website to sign the roll. The roll should be is to be signed every Tuesday. All right. You are to watch recorded lectures and review chapter content before class time. During class, you will have to have an opportunity to ask questions about the chapter and or assignments. Class, I always encourage you to ask questions. All right, anytime. Most times when I'm lecturing, the chat I don't pay attention to, but you could always break in when I'm lecturing. Excuse me, Mr. Sylvester. Boom, no problem. I'll stop. I can answer the question, whatever. Or most times I would stop and say, "Are there any questions?" All right, and then you can ask your question, and we'll try to solve or answer your question for you. All right. So, yes. Somebody had a question? All right. So the textbook here is the textbook, Programming Logic and Design, the introduction. And we know we're dealing with the 5th edition. And it's written by Tony Gaddis, and this is the ISBN. Like I said, I gave you those notes. So you really don't have to buy the book unless, and I know sometimes people in computer science just say, well, I will buy the book because I want to start me a library of my books. No problem. All right. Hopefully, like I said, USB. This one was in class. Many times we had computers in the classroom. We started work in the classroom, and if you didn't complete it or whatnot, you were able to save it and then take it with you and work on it at home. But now, being that you're at home, you may not need the jump drive, but you can still use one. All right. Must have regular access to a personal computer system. We prefer you to have the Microsoft Windows-based system because we use a Visual Studio and other stuff. Now, I do have students that use the Mac. All right, what students that use the Mac, they normally download Xcode. All right, or X. I don't know if Xcode actually comes with the operating system, but it's not hard to get. You can download the Xcode, but going through the process of writing the code and compiling it is different from the way you would do it with Visual Studio. But with the Mac, you can still use the online GDB because it's online. All right, so that you can do that. All right. So if you need the Visual Studio, you would have to download that compiler. All right. Installing your the Proctorio, and this is the link. It'll take you to proctorio.com. All right, and it must be done in a Chrome web browser. All right. All right. You should have access to your BRCC assigned email account. All right. You should have access also to your Canvas because Canvas is where you go to for your courses, taking your tests, quizzes, announcements, whatever. So make sure you have access to your BRCC account and your Canvas account. All right. Now, if you do have issues with your BRCC email or your Canvas account or login, account, you need to contact IT. All right, they should be able to resolve this issue for you. It's nothing. They shouldn't be telling you, well, call back next week or we'll get back to you. No, they should be trying to figure out what is going on. So by the time you get off the phone, you should be able to do the things you have to do. All right. But I know sometimes if they have issues with their computer, they should tell you, hey, such and such is down. And as soon as whatever we'll. But other than that, they should be working on it. And before you get off the phone, they should have your login and whatnot straight. Okay. And if not, whether it's me or any other teacher, you need to reach out to them and say, look, I'm trying. I've contacted IT to try to get my login situation corrected. They're still working on it. They said it could take whatever. That way, your teacher know that you do not have access to your account, and anything that they publish, hopefully they'll say, okay, well, from this point to this point, we will work with you to make sure that you can do the work after the fact. Well, because otherwise, most teachers will tell you, well, you didn't do it, zero, we moving on. So just be just communicate with your teachers. Most time they'll work with you. All right. But just say all materials must be available for use by the second week of class or a week of school. All that's saying is hopefully you got your computer, your email accounts and all that set up and straight so that by the time we get started with doing what we have to do, you don't have those issues, that gonna hinder you from doing your work. All right. Any questions? Questions? All right. If you have, and this is this statement, I'm not going to try to read it all, but if you have any type of disability, you need to notify disability services so that they can, in turn, give you documentation to give to us so that we can properly accommodate you. So, but if we don't know or if we don't have the information, then we cannot accommodate you. And like I say, sometimes students have extra time test taking. Sometimes it's a note taker. Sometimes it's whatever it may be. But contact disability services. Now, the thing is, I would tell you, even if you know that, well, I have this disability, but I'm not going to worry about it. I can manage. What happens is, if you wait too late, say like you have a test and it's like you bombed it. Why you bombed it? Well, I have my vision is not whatever or whatever it may be, and I really couldn't maximize the screen or whatever because the teacher controlled that option. Then I'm just making something up because we know that you can use function keys to expand the screen or whatever. But if that was the case, and then you come back and say, well, I have this disability, they'll say, okay, did you turn in the proper paperwork? Why didn't you turn it in at the beginning of the semester so that we could have made sure that you would be accommodated? So that's all I'm just trying to tell you. Make sure you be proactive. Do it, even though you think you might not need it. Do it, put it in there so it's in place. If you don't need it, fine. But when it comes that time, when that time arises in class, you can take advantage of that and be accommodated. All right. The conduct policy, this was more or less for in class, but still is online too, because and this general statement just says that if there is a person that you might have some kind of art with, and you all are in this class, and you feel that, oh, well, I just don't like this person, so I'm going to be irritable and do whatever because I don't like. No, we're not going to have that. The thing is, if you feel that you're going to be in the class and something or someone, could be me, make you feel uncomfortable being in this class, well, just find you another class. Now, that's not to say a teacher is always right, like, oh, well, this is how I teach. If you're uncomfortable, no. Now, a teacher should be what? Respectful. A teacher should be courteous. A teacher should give you information you need. A teacher should be responsive. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do that. But, sometimes people don't fancy other people, and it's like, oh, well, I just can't be in that. I don't understand it. No. If you feel you can't be in the class, just find you another class. That's all it is. All right. So, like I said, but hopefully we don't have that issue. Me and my students, hopefully we all get along and we try to have fun and learn at the same time. So here it tells you about my grading scale. And with grading, students are expected to take or submit assignments and tests on the due date specified. Class, you should take all your tests on the correct date, but on the assigned date. But I know sometimes things happen. But I do give you a week to take a test. Uh, Assignments and quizzes. You need to take those on time. I know sometimes issues do arise, so I'm not a stickler like, okay, well, you missed it, whatever. But at the same time, given so many times you miss a test or miss an assignment, I'll just say, nah, you done had your opportunities to miss. And look like every time we taking a test or every time we taking a quiz, you have issues. So therefore, I cannot help you. All right. So make sure you try to stay on task with that. So let's look at this. And like I said, make sure you back up your files or whatnot to make sure that you always have a backup. All right. Grading scale is a 10-point grade scale. 90 to 100 is an A. 80 89 is a B. 70 79 is a C. 60 69 is a D. And anything below 50 to 59 is an F. An I is an incomplete. I grades only given when requested and if you are somewhat passing the class and you have a valid excuse. Now you say, well, Mr. Vessel, what's a valid excuse? Well, to me, a valid excuse is this. Oh, Mr. Vessel, I've been in class. My unit called military. I have to go, whatever. That's valid, all right? Well, Mr. Sylvester, I tried to tried to make it through the semester, but for some reason, my doctor say I have to go and have this surgery, and it's during the time from whatever the last 2 weeks of school, so I won't be here. Valid excuse. You understand? So those type of excuses are valid, but not just, oh well, I want to keep my Pell Grant, and I know I'm failing. Can you just give me an eye and I'll try to make up? No, that's not valid excuses. All right. So just make sure you're still on task. Withdrawals, make sure you withdraw if you're gonna withdraw on the proper date. If you look down here, 15-week courses, that's the deadline. 12-week courses, that's the deadline. Or first 7 weeks, that's not class. This is the deadline. If you know you're going to drop a class, you don't have to drop it on this date. You can drop it before that date, all right? But some students choose to wait till that day. They run into issues, and then they try and, oh, well, can I get an excuse? I was trying to drop it, and it didn't want to drop. Drop the class prior to. So don't wait till the day to withdraw from a class. Now, exams, if you look here, exams are 30% of your grade, which means if I have we have 6 tests. You make 100 on all 6 tests. That's 30. That'll be 30 added to your 100 points of your final grade. Quizzes, whatever quizzes you have. All right, if you do them all, get them all 100%, that's 10 points. Then you got final exams. Final exam is 20%. You make 100 on the final exam, that's 20 points added to. So right now, that's 20 and 30, that's 50, that's 60% already. Then if you do all of your work and make 100 on all your work, that's 35% added to that 60. So 35 and 60, that's what? 95, right? So then what I said, participation, normally everybody get participation. That's your 100%. But then look, that 5%, that's that bonus. So really you're working with 105 out of that 100-point scale. So that 5% bonus, just that stuff on that gonna be that lanyard when that was on top. All right. So that's the weight of all your assignments. In class, for your greater project, some students, what they'll try to do is say, well, as long as I pass all the tests, I'm gonna be fine. I don't need to do the projects. Well, you need to take a look at this. If you look at this and you take 35% from 105, you end up with 70%. So what that's saying is I could do I have to do my exams perfectly. I have to do my quizzes perfectly. I have to do my final exam perfectly and get my participation in bonus points perfectly and not do any of this to make the minimum 70%, which is a C. So everybody understand it. So is what? You have to do your assignments. You have to do your projects. You have to do the reports, right? Or you running the risk of what? Failing the class, right? So like I say, and I don't know why students try that. Well, I passed all the tests. Well, but there was other required work that you needed to do, right? So I'm just giving you a warning. Try to do your work. You got an issue with it? If you got a program, I would say reach out to each other. Don't copy, but you can reach out to one another. You can reach out to me, Mr. Sylvester. I'm having an issue with whatever. Now, this is what I don't do. I don't give you the answer, but I guide you to the answer. All right. I would say, okay, well, look at line 3, and go back and look at the notes on the lecture to see what we talked about when we was dealing with blah blah blah. So I'll point you to the right direction, but I will not give you the answer. All right. Okay. So now, attendance policy. Now, all in-class assignments ought to be done during the current Zoom session. So a lot of times if I give you an assignment, okay, assignment, do such and such and such and such, okay, have it by the end of whatever. And I could put a time on it, and then which would be the end of the class time. And then it closes after that. But if you don't come to class, what? Then you don't get to do it, right? So students are expected to sign in to Zoom sessions on time and remain the entire class period. All right, in-class quizzes will begin promptly at the start of class period. No makeup quizzes. Now, class, and I'm gonna tell you like I always tell my students, you ought to come in on time. Then you ought to stay the whole time. Class, we are adults. If you have something that you have to do or take care of, I don't mind you leaving the Zoom session. If you're late coming in on the Zoom session, still come in. I don't mind that because what? I want you to catch any and all that you need to catch so that you can understand what is going on. What I want to say. But what some students choose to do is like, oh, well, I was going to be 20 minutes late for class, so I just chose not to. Okay, but that's on you, but I don't have a problem with you coming in late or leaving early, all right? Because what? Things do happen. Things do occur. But at the same time, you as the student, you are still responsible for the work that we covered. So what? Go back, view those Zoom sessions, all right? But remember, we may have in-class work or whatever. So like I say, I'm not trying to have you to where you just got to be here from this time to this time. No, like I say, you have to use your own discretion. If you know you have to go get tires fixed on your vehicle and the scheduled appointment is somewhere between the class time or the beginning of the class time, well, what you can do is take your phone, Zoom in from your phone while you do whatever you have to do wherever you are. But like I said, it's up to you how you do it, Okay? General policies, okay, promptly log into Zoom on all class sessions. Well, promptly, well. Unless you are asking a question or giving an answer, your session should be muted. And all that's because a lot of times we have background noises. All right. But I don't mind if you're going to be home and it's going to be quiet and you leave your mic open. I don't have no issue with that. Rather than you having to keep hitting the space bar to speak or whatever, I don't have issue with it. All right. All questions during class should be directed to the instructor. Now, like I say, a person can answer or ask a question, in between things going on. But the thing is, we don't want it to where everybody, we got 15 different people talking at 15 different times and 10 or 15 different questions being asked and answered. That's all. Just to control the class. That's all this is about. All right. All right. Take tests and quizzes on Canvas using the Proctorio software. Now, some quizzes I may make it proctor, and most times I won't. All right. When mic is muted, all is unmuted. Excuse me. All background noises, TV, radio, pets, etc., should be kept to a minimum. Because what you might have your pet, all right, in the house, and then what you need to, but you're in class and you need to ask a question. Just try to keep it reduced so we all can understand your question clearly, and be able to answer it. And we don't want the radio or the TV so loud to where we can all hear that as the background noise and don't understand what you're saying. So that's all that is. And here again, these are the dates, last date of withdrawal from classes given in these different sessions. But make sure, like I say, don't wait till the last day if you know you're going to drop. All right. Now, you can read through this, and I'll just give you a short a synopsis of this. Cheating and plagiarism. All right. I will not try to grade duplicate assignments. All right. If I see duplicate assignment, 0, and I'll give both parties 0s. All right. Oh, Mr. Vessel, well, I do my work. I was helping somebody. I emailed them my program so that they have an example, but they turned in your program. Oh, I didn't know they was going to do that, whatever. Okay, no problem. I'm not mad at you, but you still have a 0. Everybody understand that? All right? So you don't turn in duplicate work. And I would tell you, it would hurt you if you did. And my point is this. Would you, well, in computer science, you got to write code. But say this, if you were going on a flight, would you want a pilot that turned in work from somebody else in order to pass his test to become a pilot, to be your pilot? You understand? It kind of like that, because they'll get up in the air and may not know what to do. And the same thing with programming. If you turn in work that somebody else did, and then we moved on to another section of programming, you're going to be lost. So you're hurting yourself. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing that, because in these classes, one chapter build on the next chapter, build on the next chapter, build on the next chapter. So if you don't do the work, if you don't understand it, that'll just put you that much further down in the learning, in learning what you need to know. And I'm telling you, it can be confusing. It's almost like learning another language, but it's programming, right? It's not a speech language; it's coding, right? So make sure if you're working with a group or another person or whatnot, make sure you actually do your own work. Ask questions. Why did you do this here? Oh, okay. Then you go and do yours. Okay, well, he said we need this, but I don't understand how. They may show you how, whatever. Oh, well, this goes like, oh, yes, it does. I don't have issues with that. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you to work together, but don't turn in duplicate work. All right? Safety concerns, like I say, we're not on campus, but like I say, you still, if you happen to go on campus, you need to follow some of these policies. All right? Classes with on-site instruction. Now, like I say, some of our classes, like we have welding, and all this other stuff, other nursing, other classes where people still are going on campus. All right. So these are some of the things that you must do, before, while you're on campus. All right. I'll not go over them. We're not on campus. All right. Then, like I say, again, the COVID protocol, things you should do. The thing is, though, like I say, if you find out that you do have it, contact the proper authorities, contact the college, make sure you make your teacher aware, and make sure you quarantine for the proper amount of days. All right. Uh, there are library resources. I don't have anything for you in the library, but if you go to the library, you need, or not go to the library because they're closed. These are links to the online catalog where you can go and view some of the books or whatever that you may want to read or whatnot, or even computer science books that you might want to review. All right. We have the Academic Learning Center. This is their link. Sometimes, now I know they close, but they do have the online tutoring and writing assistance. Study groups, normally they online now, where you have your groups. And sometimes they give certain workshops. They also have study tips and whatnot. And they can help you with your other situations like helping you with Canvas and whatnot, going through your Lola or something whatnot. All right. But they are there, so you can take advantage of that. BRCC Cares, right? And this is something new that came about, I think maybe two semesters back or whatnot. And what this is almost like a reporting system. And what happens is anybody can use it for any reason that you feel that either you wasn't treated fairly, the classroom, the teacher disrespected you, or whatever, a grievance about an assignment, didn't think the teacher was fair with whatever it is. Here's where you would go. You would go to BRCC Cares and you would put your complaint in. Now, you say, well, how broad can this complaint be? It can be as broad as, and this is an example like when we was on campus. If we was on campus and you went to the vending machine to purchase something from the vending machine, and when you went there, the person who manages the vending machine will maybe putting in the items for the vending machine. And for whatever reason, that person either offended you, talked harsh to you, or whatever. This is what you can use. This is what you would use to complain that, hey, I was disrespected, I was whatever. So whatever it may be, this is where you would go. And they have to view your case. They have to look into it and check it out for the validity of it, number one, and number two, to resolve the issue. All right? So make sure you keep this in mind, because I wouldn't want anybody to feel like, okay, well, teacher's always right. Oh, well, this person, I can't say anything, even though they did whatever. I can't. No. Everybody, well, some people have bad days, whatever, and everybody do make mistakes at times. And so, like I say, you can use that to file your complaint. So, this last thing, program of study, it is very important as a student, okay, you as a student, that you properly apply for the correct program of study. What we've noticed in the past semesters that what students would do is they would put down something like undetermined or general studies as their program of study. But what they would do is when you're talking to them, it's like, oh, I'm in computer science. Well, wait a minute. When they pull up your records in Lola, you general studies. So and so what we want, I want you to check, go to your Lola, check, and see how if you're in computer science or any other degree, make sure you apply or in the proper program of study. Now, I'm gonna tell you what it does for us. When we give an assessment, all right, if your program of study is computer science, even if you're not, even if you're not in computer science, it's going to evaluate you with computer science, which is kind of unfair. But even if you're in computer science, but you intending on majoring in something else, you will still be in computer science, which is still kind of unfair because you're really getting a degree in another area, engineering or whatever. So the thing is, we ask you to make sure you have your proper course of study chosen, and so that when we do our assessment, we only assessing computer science students, all right? And we can get a better idea of what we have and what's going on and whatnot within the program, right? But like I say, it's up to you to do that. All right, so this is basically the outlining of the chapter and what we're gonna go over. All right, computer concepts, overview of the computer and logic, structures of the understanding structures, modules, all right, and then dealing with programming, all right, writing a complete program, all right, decisions, that would be the if statement, if X is greater than Y, do whatever. And then we have loops, okay, while X is less than 5, keep executing this statement, all right? So these are the different areas that we're going to cover in this chapter. In this class, this semester. Now, anybody with any questions? Questions? All right. What I'll do is
can we ask questions in the chat too, not just on the mics too?
All right. Now, I said earlier, you can ask questions in the chat, but because I like to have all my screen up and be able to do whatever. I don't want to see the chat come up. I like for you to interject with me in class, in the class. But I don't have an issue with you all chatting, if you understand what I'm saying. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
But you want to be able to chat with me? That's what you said?
No. I was saying if you could ask questions in the group chat. That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, like if you want to ask somebody in the class, like, hey, where is he? Or what did he say about that? But you're asking questions to the students, right?
No, I was gonna ask you if we're not uncomfortable like speaking and stopping you, could we just like type a question like?
Okay,
yeah,
right. But the thing, with that, like I said, is my focus is normally on the lecture, and and I don't normally try to go to the chat. You got what I'm saying? But I guess I'll have to if that'll make you more comfortable. You understand?
No, I was just asking if we could or not. That was the question.
Right. But I'm saying if that's the way you need it to be, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to do it that way. But most of the times I'm not looking at the chat. I don't want to. I look at the notes. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be lecturing and doing whatever.
Yeah, I understand. I was just curious. Thank you for answering.
But I don't mind you just talking, man, because I'm gonna tell you, in computer science, eventually you're gonna have to be able to talk. And what I mean by that is, if you're writing code and then you're working with a company and you're working with a group developing code, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to explain that code. You may have to explain the logic, the way in which you plan to go about writing the code. And it might not be just to your group members. It might be to a larger audience. The company, to see if they want to go that route. So it's like, and like I said, I'm not saying you're gonna have to be a professional speaker or anything, but at the same time, you're gonna have to be able to open up and ask questions and be able to present whatever and do whatever. All right?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. But like I said, I'll see. I might try to open it up, but I'll be looking at the screen. All right. Now, if we go back to, let me go. I'll go back here. If I go back here, and I go to sign the role, register and sign the role. And then I click on student utilities. If you look here, this is the Visual Studio. If you that's 2017. Now there's a 19 version which does it a little different, but they both pretty much accomplish the same thing. And you might can find a YouTube video on how to use the 2019. But the 2017, I have it. That you just click on it. It's gonna ask you to download it. Then once you download it, you install it, and then yeah, it's some processes you're gonna have to follow to actually get it to work right. All right. So so those are the things. All right. So now let me ask you this: did everybody do the registration here? Did everybody go through this?
Yeah.
If not, you need to do this now because, like I say, this. Yes. Anybody question? Need to put.
When trying to sign the role, the class ID, it gave me the last four of my L number, but it says that class ID is not found.
See here, when it say class ID here, it says last four. But once you click register, it created an ID that was your first initial, last four digits, -4. Because 4 was the section. You should have chosen 4, spring and 2021. Right?
One question.
Yeah.
So I registered on course selection. I input as 1. Is that okay, or would I have to change?
Well, no, I need to go back and change it. Let me go here and go to. All right, let's see, log in. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see something. And what's your name?
Eric Zhang. ZHENGERIC.
Right here. Okay, let's see, Mr. Zen. Let's see something. Let me edit this. Okay, so it's section 4. I need to change something here. All right, that's correct. All right, so now try to sign the roll. Oh, you signed it already.
I signed it already. Is it gonna transfer through with the
Nah, try sign it again with this login. Yeah, sign it with this login. Anybody else? Okay, I see all these 4. Okay, so all these people straight. Anybody else got issues with signing the roll? All right, so everybody should have signed, right?
Do you want us to use our personal email or school email?
It doesn't matter because if many students who taking my class could tell you, I do not email back and forth, whatever. What happens is normally I'll email you when you email me, or if it's like for some reason it's something where something is fishy with whatever, and I'm like, wait a minute, this person was in the class, had all A's and whatever. All of a sudden I don't see them or something. Then I'll try to reach out. So stuff like that. Who is Will Vaughn or Vaughn Will? No, Will Vaughn. Is that this class? Let me see. Will Vaughn. Will Vaughn. Let's see something. Why is it that? Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Will.
Is there anything else during this Zoom meeting that we gotta know? Cause I gotta head out.
Oh yeah, no, that should be it. Yeah, see somebody named Will Vaughn. Who is Will Vaughn? Who is Peyton? Dwayne Peyton. They have a one. They have a one also. They put a one. Let's see. Yeah, so that's it for everybody. You know, if you sign the roll, that'll be it. So I need.
Mr. Sylvester,
Yeah.
generally, what time will your class usually end on Tuesdays?
At this time, at 11:15.
Okay, perfect. Because I got one at 12, so I just wanted to make sure.
Right, and like I said, all you need to do is just, like I say, exit on out. If I'm still talking about, just exit on out. I don't, like I told you, I don't have an issue with you leaving early or whatever. And like I say, when I say early, sometimes I'm long-winded and I'll continue, but I don't hold that against you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But normally it's at that time.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to know. Thank you.
All right. Now, who is Dwayne Payton? Let's get a long door. Let me write those two names down. All right. So yeah, class has ended. So if you finish, class has ended. All right. And like I said, I'll see it. Like I said, you got them two programs you got to do. The programs are already written. There's no errors, but I want you to write them out. And you're gonna see how sometimes when you're looking at something and you're typing something, your eyes see one thing and your hands do something else. So go ahead on and do those two programs. We'll look at them on next class period. All right.
Mr. Sylvester.
Yeah.
I typed in my login ID, and it's saying that it's I not found.
And what's your name?
Logan McCauley.
And what's your login?
My class ID is LM0176-4.
Okay, LN.
LM.
What else?
0176-4.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. Let me see if I have you. I'm not seeing it. Let's see the search. And you're off. Let's see, I'm trying to live. Mail.
One more
All right.
question, Mr. Sylvester.
Did
you have instructions somewhere on what steps to take when downloading Visual Studio, like what workload to pick?
What load to pick? What you mean? Oh,
or Visual Studios?
If look at what you can do, you can either go to YouTube and search for the Visual Studio 17, or did I have it in my how-to videos?
Okay, if you put your how-to video, I'll look at that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, look at that. Now, Mr. McCauley, this is the login you typed in?
Yes, sir.
And what you trying to sign the role?
Yeah.
And what is telling you?
It just says class ID not found. Please try again.
Let's see something. Let me try. Oh, well. You should say class ID.
Yeah. Here, I can send you a screenshot, maybe. Am I able to post
now, let me ask you this. Did you choose the 19223?
Wait, one more time?
Did you, like say from this screen, you did 1923? Not any of these. You got to make sure it's 1923.
Oh.
Yeah, and then sign the rule.
Gotcha. All right, I will do that.
Oh, that what it was?
Yeah.
All right.
I accidentally clicked the wrong thing.
Okay. Yeah. You got to make sure it's the right.
Yeah. I clicked just home page instead of web page.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's 1923. Yeah, that's my bad.
Right,
Okay,
and the
sorry about that.
1923. Right, correct. That's good. It worked, huh?
I hope so. I just clicked it. Would you be able to double check for me real quick?
It should have said you have signed today's roll.
I clicked. I mean, I clicked it and it took me back to the main menu. So I just want to double check, make sure.
Okay, let me go back to here, and I'll go to attendance, and go to the bottom. No, I don't see it. The last one I see is DP. Try it again.
Let me see. CSI 1923. Register / sign in class, and then I go there.
Yeah, then you go to student utility.
Student utilities.
Right, and then
Okay.
sign today's roll.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So you just register one time, and that's it.
Gotcha. I was worried I would have to register again.
Oh,
Okay.
No. No, I changed it. I didn't change nothing in yours.
All right, it worked. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. And let's see. Yep.
You have a great day, Mr. Sylvester.
All right,
Appreciate it.
everybody. Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go on and fix Mr. Dwayne Payton and Will Vaughn. So yeah, I'll see y'all on next class period. All right.
Sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm listening.
I have a question about the beginning assessment that's due January 15th. It says as like a score out of 0.
Wait, you did it? You did it?
When I click it, it says there's like no info or like anything.
Oh, there's no tests or no questions.
Yeah, there's no questions for it.
Let me go back to that one. Let me see something. No, module. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reopen that one. But I thought I had it set. Where is it? Let's see something. Where is it?
I clicked on grades to.
Right, but I should have it up in here though. I thought I had the assessment. No, it's not showing. Oh, here we go. Beginning assessment. So when I click on it, and I say answer to the best, okay. Well, let's see preview. See, this is what you should have gotten.
Yeah, I see that one. It says that one's due January 17th, but I'm seeing another one that's saying it's due January 15th.
Well, this one, let's go back. Let me go back. What's the date on this one? Let me get back out to module. Yeah, the 17th. It should be the 17th.
So I don't have to worry about the one that says. Okay.
I wonder why that's showing, because it's not showing on my screen. And let me do an edit, see what's going on here. Yeah, 17th. Yeah, the 12th through the 17th. Right. Wonder why the other one is still there. That's the only one I had. Man, just do that one though. Just do the one under the modules.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Any questions?
Excuse me, Mr. Sylvester.
Yes.
I have a question. How do I register?
Oh, the register, you go to the main screen here, right here, the syl9.com, and click on the 1923 link. And then you scroll to the bottom where it says sign, register/sign roll. And you click here, and then you click register.
For the class ID, what do I put for it?
Okay. For when you register in the class ID, look at say last 4 digits of L or B number, B number or L number. So that would be like anything like whatever, something like that, 4 digits. Whatever your L number is, take them last 4 digits. And then you should have section 4, spring, and there should be 2021.
The L numbers is my Lola numbers.
No, you're gonna, the L number is the number given to you by BRCC. Remember BRCC give you a number that say L, whatever. Right?
Yeah, do they send it through my email?
You should find it in Lola.
Lola.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
And like when you go to Lola and like look at your grades or look at your schedule, you should see it to the right-hand corner of the screen. You found it?
You said the right hand.
Right, the right-hand corner, where it got that red banner label on top, going across. Yeah, you see it?
No, sir.
I should. Let me see if I can go to mine. If I do this. See, like when I go to Lola, let me log in. And say I'll do environment. Okay, I'll do academic. See here, this is my L number. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you look at,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you got it.
Yeah, I'm about to try to find it right there.
Yeah, like if you go to one of your like look at the course schedule or something, it'll show your L number.
And put all 4 of those digits.
I got the last 4. The last 4 digits. Right. Got it?
I'm searching for it.
Oh, like just click on like one of the reports you want to do, like either look at your course schedule or something. And when you click on it, it'll bring something up, and on the right you'll see your number.
Course schedule.
Yeah.
All right.
Did it show?
No, sir.
It's still not showing?
No, sir. You want to go to course catalog?
No, well, go to, can you go to like add a course? Can you add I don't know if they still allowing y'all to add courses.
Maybe one second. Add a course?
Yeah, you know how you can go back and add a course to your current course load.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I still can't find it.
You still don't see it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you should be able to see it. What's your name?
Moment Saleh.
Let's see. All right, let's see. All right. Mr. Trent, Lee, you need something? Mr. Lee. I don't know where. Boomy.
Yes, sir.
Who is that? Boom, that's you? Who is Boomy?
Oh no, that's not me, no, sir.
Okay. All right, do this. Let's see. Where are you? Let me do this. No. Where is it? I'm trying to. Let's see. Waiting room. Enable. All right. Share your screen. Well, you got to get. Share your screen.
Share my screen.
Yeah. Go to that bottom to where it got participants, chat, poll, and all that. And
Yeah.
you see that green new share and do a share your screen.
Participant. And
Huh? See like on my screen at the bottom and do a new share.
yeah, it says you cannot start screen share while the other participants share.
I gave you permission. Let me see. If I stop sharing, what? Let me do a stop share. So try it now.
You got it?
All right. So now, click on you're logged in, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Click on student. All right. Oh, over to the right, my account. Click on anything, any one of those things. And to the right. No. Go back. Where your green? Where your course schedule? Let's see. It should. Look at. Oh no, that's athletics. No. Account. Some. No. Okay, let's see. Click on. No, that ain't gonna give it to you. Course catalog. Yeah, do like a change academic profile. See what happens. Yeah, over to the right, to the left. To the left. Click academic profile. Up. The second one. On the academic calendar. Oh, you could kick. Yeah, academic profile. Let's see. It should come up. All right. Oh, where's that number? Oh, no. It's on there somewhere. Where's that L number? Look at the top. L01943385. So 3385, yeah.
85?
Yeah, there you go. You got the right parentheses in it though.
Oh wait, like I gotta put. Okay, I see.
Yeah, take that right parentheses off. Yeah.
3385.
Yeah, 3385. And see, you got fall in there. That should be spring.
Oh, my bad.
All right, and then create yourself a password. Then change the section to 4.
Section 4.
Yeah. And give yourself a password. I think the requirement just need to be at least 6 digits long.
6 digits long?
Yeah, no matter what you put, yeah, at least 6 digits. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
All right. And then once you do that, then you're gonna go to student utilities and sign the roll.
Student utility.
Yeah, after you do all that. Yeah, give yourself a password. Yeah, put it in. All right. Now type it in again. And then just register. All right. See what it said at the top? MS3385-4. Now you did get an email giving you your login and your password also. Now go back to main menu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now go to register. Sign student utilities. And then sign today's role. Yeah. And then put your login, your password. Right. You must that login is wrong though.
The password.
The password should be right because you saved it, but the login should be M whatever your initials. 3385-4.
-4.
Right. Now click continue. All right. Now, so you can save it now. So every time you go in and you won't have to. Now look at the bottom. Click to sign roll. Bam, you have signed today's roll. All right.
Appreciate you.
So every Tuesday, that's what you do to sign the roll. I won't be calling roll. I'll just go to the Zoom and get started. But you can sign the roll at any time, morning, night, whenever. Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate you so much.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too, man. Okay. Oh, I need to take that back. Okay. Okay. So that's it.